I told you not to go to that damn hospital, Gabriel. God damn it.
What's going to happen to me now?
You infected by the Knox virus. You'll turn into a walker.
Isn't it way too early for me, Mr. Anderson?
I'm so sorry, Gabriel. Damn it, why didn't you just listen to me?
How much time do I have left?
2 days, at most.
I just wish I could have seen my dad one last time.
I'm sorry, Gabriel.
Weird that I feel nothing. It just looks like a scratch. How is the turn going to happen, Mr. Anderson? No matter how bad it gets, tell me the truth.
Are you sure about this?
Yes, please. Trust me, I can handle even the hardest truth.
All right then, if you say so.
Gale, wake up. There are noises coming from outside.
Noises? I'll go check it out. Stay in the room, Katie. Huge horde out there. They'll be through the fence any second. Grab your gear. You ready?
Yes. Same as usual, right?
Just like always, no firearms. Whew, what a morning.
It's not normal for walkers to make it all the way out here. It's almost like they were looking for us.
Well, they certainly found what they were looking for. Don't worry about it, Katie.
Do you think this is a game, Gale?
No, honey, but I also don't think brainless corpses are out here hunting us down. I think you're overthinking it.
We handled this horde. But what if an even bigger one comes here, Gale?
Deal with what we can. Anything bigger, we pack up and run. Find ourselves a farmhouse far away from the cities.
I'm scared, Gale. For us.
Ain't nothing the two of us can't pull through, Katie.
Not the two of us. The three of us.
The three of us? What do you mean? Wait a second. Katie, are you serious?
Yes?
Really?
Yes. You're going to be a father, Mr. Anderson.
I can't believe it. Yes! Wow. Even in this dead world, life finds a way, doesn't it? I love you so much, Katie.
Love you too, Gale.
Wait, how are you going to deliver the baby? We need to find a doctor. We need medical supplies for the birth. Hold on. Town's got a clinic, right? I don't know how we'll find a doctor. Can you deliver without a doctor? Look, I'll do whatever it takes. Tomorrow, I'll go search every hospital and clinic in Riverside. I'll get everything we need. Don't you worry about a thing, Katie.
Why don't you calm down a little? I'm not giving birth tomorrow. It's still very early. Besides, I don't need a doctor or anything else. Except you.
Always here. You know that. I'd go through hell to protect you both.
I know, Gale. For now, I just need you to stay calm. Why don't you go deal with the bodies in the yard? I'll check the chickens.
All right, Katie. I still can't believe it.
You better start believing it and pull yourself together, my love.
Katie!
Gale, I've been bitten.
Katie. No, Katie! No!
First you'll feel warm, then the fever hits. It's a fever so bad that no matter how much water you drink or how many meds you take, it won't break. It'll just keep rising, burning through you and your mind. You'll lose the ability to think clearly, and slowly, your thoughts will be replaced by pure instinct.
I'm burning up, Gale. I can't take this. How much longer until I can take more painkillers?
2 hours, Katie.
Damn it. How am I supposed to hold on for 2 more hours?
Do you want me to give a bath you again?
My hair is still wet from the last time. Taking a shower doesn't even help anyway. It feels like the heat is burning from deep inside me.
How about some sleeping pills?
We're going to die together, but I don't want to drown the baby in my belly with pills in its final days. It's so strange. Our child is living its first days and its last days all at the same time.
Katie, you'll be starving, but your stomach will reject all food, forcing you to throw it back up. The heat and hunger will eat at your sanity. Fighting off the fever drains so much energy, your body will start consuming its own organs, one by one.
I'm so hungry, Gale. My eyes are literally blacking out from hunger.
I made you some really light soup this time. I hope it helps.
It smells wonderful. I'm so sorry, Gale. I'm sure the soup was delicious. Damn it. I can't even feed my baby. What kind of mother am I?
You didn't do anything wrong, Katie. Don't think like that.
Everything is my fault, Gale. Shouldn't have opened that door like an idiot.
I shouldn't have let you open that door. Damn it.
Hey, let's pull it together. I don't want to waste our last moments like this.
Rashes and burn-like sores will break out on your skin. And the worst part, you'll start to forget the past. Everything you've ever lived will recede behind a closing curtain, fading further and further away, until finally, when you yield to the darkness, you'll turn into a walking corpse whose sole purpose is to feed.
I know your face.
It's me, Katie. Gale, your lover.
My lover? Wow, how lucky I am. Gale, I remember. Will you tell me about how we first met?
I got trapped by walkers searching a liquor store in Brandenburg. Just as they were about to finish me off, you burst in with that katana and sliced through a room full of walkers, saving my life.
Wow, did I really do that? You mean the sword standing over there? Is that my sword?
Yes, Katie.
I can barely remember anything anymore, Gale. Only thing left is my love for you. The hunger so bad, all I want is to bite you, tear off a piece of your flesh. But what I feel for you won't let me. Am I a good person, Gale?
You are an angel, Katie. Soon you'll be going to the heaven where you belong, together with our baby, and I'll be right behind you. I'd walk through hell for you too. I won't leave you alone, Katie. Don't worry.
No, Gale. Every moment of life is too sacred to throw away like that. If you kill yourself, you'll never find us.
Katie, I can't do this without you.
We'll always be with you, not just physically. We'll be watching you over and patiently waiting for you to join us.
Why does life have to be so damn unbearable?
Life has never shown any mercy, Gale. All we can do is stand tall, look life straight in the eye, and live it, without waiting for its mercy.
All right, Katie.
Remember, that could have been you opening that door. You could be lying here instead of me.
I wish I was.
The universe works in ways we'll never truly understand, my love.
What do I do without you?
You'll do what we would have done without you. You'll endure what you must until we meet again.
You're my everything.
And you're mine, my love.
How can I reach you when you shut me out? While I'm still inside. You know I love you and I have no doubt. The time is on our side. I could help you hold your demons down while you drive them out. If you want to, we can leave this town and take you above the clouds. Whatever you see in your heart line, blame it on me, I don't mind. Whatever it is, we'll be fine. Give it to me, I don't mind. So we fell, but we can work it out while we get back up.
Katie? Are you all right, Katie?
Mr. Anderson, I want you to finish me off when the time comes. Don't let me turn into a walker. Please. I just want to think and write a letter to my dad with what time I got left. Maybe it'll reach him someday.
All right, Gabriel. Whatever you want.
I just wish I had a little more time. Wish I could have found my dad at the hospital.
Is your other name Paul?
Yeah? How do you know that?
I think your dad is in the hands of the military, Gabriel. While you were out, some psycho came by looking for you and said he brought a very important message from your dad.
What? Which way did he go? Maybe I can still find my dad in the time I have left.
Don't be ridiculous, Gabriel. Open your eyes already. Your dad walked away to protect the wall and keep you safe. Now are you going to hand yourself over to the very psychos he was trying to save you from?
Gale's words struck Gabriel like a slap to the face. A slap that came far too late and far out of time. Once again, a suffocating silence settled over the room.
Has life always been this hard, Mr. Anderson?
Life has never shown any mercy, Gabriel. All we can do is stand tall, look life straight in the eye, and live it, without waiting for its mercy.
Thank you for saving me from that hospital, Mr. Anderson. Though, looking at me now, feels like I wasted all your effort. Sorry, I should have listened to you. Been thinking, if you want, you can finish me off now, or I can do it myself. I don't want to be a burden to you for 2 more days. I don't think you'd want to witness this turn either.
Every moment of life is too sacred to throw away like that. I'll only put you down right before you turn, and I damn well won't let you kill yourself. Remember, if you lose the values you believe in, that's when you truly die.
Guess I should use my remaining time well then. Could you tell me a few more of those old stories of yours? In this world, the past is far more exciting than the future.
Gladly, young man.
Tell me that I'll be walking through walls. Tell me that I'll be walking through doors. 'Cause when I try to quit you, I go through the door. Tell me that when I die, I'll be the ghost of you. The heavens should know. One knows to try to make time go by slow. Keep you by my side. Just tell me this before I go. Say to me, of course. Tell me that when I go, I'll be the ghost of yours.
Dear Dad, I left the wall to look for you and went to the building marked on your map. Unfortunately, you weren't there. Looks like you never were. I barely escaped the hospital, but I was bitten by a walker on the way out. I'm writing this letter to you from the home of a man I met in the city. His name is Gale Anderson. He's been real good to me, holding me up even now at the end. I'm just waiting here for the changes to hit and that cursed fever to start. I'm so sorry I wasted all that training you gave me. I should have been much more careful instead of acting without thinking. Gale said some dangerous soldier came hunting for me. I checked your basement computer back at the wall. I think the general finally found you. Now he's coming after me, but that will only last for about a day and a half more. After that, I will say goodbye to this world. I asked Gale for one last favor, to put me down right before I turn. He agreed. I swear I'm not writing this to make you sad. I just wished you were here in my last moments. Telling you what happened, even if only through a letter, makes me feel like you're right here with me. I know what you went through for me. No, I didn't earn any of it. Thanks for everything you did, and sorry for everything I couldn't. I failed to be a son you could be proud of. I'm sorry. I just want you to know how much I love you. My dear father, I miss you so much. Paul Gabriel Watson.
How are you feeling, Gabriel?
My arm hurts a bit, but I'm all right, Mr. Anderson.
Are you feeling warm? Do you have a fever?
No, Mr. Anderson. In fact, gonna grab a blanket. I'm feeling a bit cold.
That's weird. The symptoms should have started by now.
I don't know. Guess I can't even do that right.
That's damn good news. We'll know more by morning. Remember, do not step foot out of this room. I'll bring you everything you need. You can't be seen around while the soldiers are everywhere searching for you.
Understood, Mr. Anderson.
Now go on. Try to get some sleep.
Yeah, sleeping a bit would be really good. I'll need all my strength to stand tall in my final moments. By the way, I want to give you the letter I wrote to my dad. Maybe you can give it to him someday.
All right, Gabriel. Good night.
Good night.
Gabriel? Are you all right, Gabriel?
Good morning, Mr. Anderson.
Good morning, Gabriel. Are you feeling anything bad this morning?
Aside from the pain in my arm, I don't feel anything different. No fever either. Isn't that a bit strange, Mr. Anderson?
It's not strange, Gabriel. It's incredible. You're not turning.
Isn't it a bit too early to say that?
Hell, it's late, if anything. Trust me, by now you'd be burning up and the nausea should have set in. I still can't believe it.
Maybe it's just hitting me late, Mr. Anderson.
I've watched people turn, Gabriel. One was very close to my heart. Believe me, nobody knows the timeline of those symptoms better than me. It's impossible for no symptoms to have shown up by now. The Knox virus spreads fast. It seems you really are a special kid.
So, I'm not turning into a walker?
Trained doctors would need to run tests to say for sure, but as far as I'm concerned, you're definitely not turning.
I don't know what to say.
Your dad used to be a doctor, right?
Yes?
That explains why your father took so many precautions to protect you and built the wall. I think your dad knew you were immune to the virus.
And now he threw himself to the wolves so the military wouldn't get me. Who knows what they're planning to do to me if they catch me?
If you truly are immune to the virus, that makes you the most important power in the world. With that power, you could make every survivor and community on Earth do whatever you want.
I really need to find my dad.
Which is exactly why you have to go back to the wall.
Go back to the wall?
Yeah, you won't find your dad by wandering the streets of Louisville while those army psychos are hunting you. If your dad is as smart as you say and planned for every scenario, he must have hidden a clue back at the wall. You need to return to the wall and find something about where he went. If we want to make a plan, we first need to know where to dig first.
You're right, Mr. Anderson. My dad must have left a message that only I could find. Damn it! Why didn't I think of this sooner?
If you had thought of it sooner, you wouldn't have figured out you're immune, and you'd be wandering around Louisville until you fell right into the soldiers' hands.
You're right, Mr. Anderson. So, when do we set off?
I can't come with you, Gabriel. That soldier will be back, I'm sure of it. If I'm not here when he arrives, I'll draw all their suspicion onto myself. The soldiers will figure out I lied, and I won't have any chance left to help you. Now listen to me. Head back to the wall. Find out where your father went. Then come back here, and we'll set off together to rescue your dad. Deal?
Deal, Mr. Anderson. I can't thank you enough. I'll gear up and move out right now.
Clear all around. Ready to roll?
I'm ready, Mr. Anderson.
Watch your back out there. Scan the tree lines. Listen to every sound. And the silence. Keep your finger on the trigger. Don't go dropping your guard around walkers just because you're immune. They can still tear you apart and kill you.
Got it. Don't worry. I'll be extra careful.
You are the last hope of our world and humanity. With the military involved, radio communication is out of the question. I'll be waiting for you, right here. Find out where your dad went, and we take care of the rest, together. From now on, I'm with you all the way to the end of the road, Gabriel.
I'm so lucky to have met you. Thanks for everything.
I'm the one who owes you. Every day I wondered why I kept breathing when everyone I loved was in the ground. Thanks to you, my survival all this time is finally starting to make sense. Remember, the universe works in ways we'll never truly understand, Gabriel.
I'm gonna find where my dad went and come right back to you as soon as possible, Mr. Anderson.
I'll be waiting for you, young man.
On the road back, Gabriel replayed it all in his head. He had left the wall in hope of finding new settlements where the wounds had been healed. He didn't run into a community, but Gale had given him far more than he could have ever hoped for. He had told him stories of the old world and saved him from death. In this dark journey he had embarked upon, Gale had guided him, holding a lantern to his path. Gabriel realized he didn't need many people to feel whole. A single good person was enough. Gabriel was thinking about his father. He was certain that the general's soldiers had abducted him. He didn't know what they wanted with him, but he hoped that they were keeping his father safe. He couldn't wait to tell his dad everything he had been through once they rescued him. Most of all, he wanted his dad to meet Gale. But infiltrating a military base alone and breaking Duncan out was going to be no easy task. It wasn't something he could pull off on his own. But once again, he trusted Gale with his life. They were in this together now, all the way to the end of the road. His plan was set. Now all he had to do was follow the trails that only he could understand to find the wall. There just had to be a clue left by his father back at the wall. If he could figure out where his dad went, or where they dragged him, he and Gale might actually have a shot. Sitting on the rooftop, scanning the perimeter, Gale lost himself in dark thoughts. After Katie died, he had lost all control and slaughtered the walking dead until his hands were bleeding. When his body finally gave out, 4 sleepless days caught up with him and collapsed inside an abandoned house. Back then, he thought the Knox virus had no cure, that there never would be one. But now seeing Gabriel, the agony of Katie's loss was stabbing at his heart all over again. He knew for a fact Gabriel was immune, but had no clue if that meant a cure or vaccine was even possible. They needed real doctors for that, needed Gabriel's father. To make sure no one else bled out the way he did losing Katie and their unborn baby, he had to get Gabriel to his dad, no matter what. Gale swore on his life. Whatever the cost, he would rescue Gabriel's father from those military scumbags. If the doctor could develop a cure, then, and only then, would Katie's death and his own survival finally make sense. When Gabriel saw the towering walls of his home, Gabriel felt a weird rush. He had always dreamed of escaping this place, but seeing the wall now, he realized just how much he had actually missed home. After everything he had been through in Louisville, he understood far better just how safe and hidden the wall truly was. Picking up his pace as he hit the perimeter, he reached the gate, only to freeze at the sight of someone lying on the ground, unable to believe his eyes.
I wouldn't recommend standing up. And watch your head. You're severely injured.
Where am I?
You're safe. Don't worry.
How did I get here?
I found you bleeding out by the gate and carried you inside. I cleaned your wound and stitched you up. I've been waiting for a whole day for you to wake up.
Thank you, but who are you?
Name's Gabriel. What's yours?
Ember, I think. Must have taken a real bad hit to the head. I can't remember much.
Sounds like you're experiencing temporary memory loss from a head trauma. Don't worry, your memories should return with time.
This house is so beautiful. It feels as though it hasn't been touched by the world's decay.
Looks can be deceiving. This place was built a long time ago. Truth is, I haven't kept up with the maintenance lately.
Wow. Would you let me stay here until I get back on my feet? I'm not looking for trouble, just trying to survive.
Do you really not remember anything?
I'm sorry, but I really can't. It feels like there's a thick fog inside my head. All I know is that my name is Ember. How I found this place, how I got that hit to the head, I honestly can't remember.
You can stay here until you recover. I can't just leave you like this anyway. We're all just trying to survive in this world. But if you lose the values you believe in, that's when you truly die.
You're a good person, Gabriel. I can't even remember the last time I had a proper meal. Do you have anything to eat?
Thought you'd never ask. Come on, dinner's already served.
Maybe our lives were not meant to collide from the start, but who could foresee the fall? start over. Start over. Stay alive to prevent all the chaos, but happiness can't wait. And maybe it all would come clear if we knew how to act for each other's sake. From time to time it all comes around, but no one knows the end. We're all building bridges slowly, tearing them down fast to start over. We're all trying to come over memories of the past and start over. We're all building bridges slowly, tearing them down fast to start over. We're all trying to come over memories of the past and start over. The past will start over. The past will start over.
This place is almost like heaven. You and your dad built everything so beautifully.
Dad built most of the wall, honestly. I just helped him out with the maintenance.
Gabriel, can I ask you something? You mention your dad a lot, but he's not here. Did you lose him?
Yes and no. My father didn't die, but one night he suddenly left the wall. Now I'm trying to figure out where he went. I searched for him in Louisville for a long time, but came up empty. Finally, I decided to go back to Wall to look for a clue as to where my father had gone. World is huge out there. Looking for him feels like searching for a needle in a haystack.
I wish I could remember something too. Do I have a family out there? Are they still alive?
Maybe it's better not to remember the past. Do you even know what kind of world we're living in right now?
I know we live in a world where most people have turned into the walking dead, and vegetation is slowly devouring the buildings. Truth be told, my mind feels split in two. The things I know, and the things I can't remember.
Do you know how the world turned out like this?
Are you talking about the Knox virus?
Yeah.
Wish I didn't, but yeah.
Do you know anything about the world before Knox virus?
No, I don't. Or maybe I just can't remember it.
I can tell you all about the old world tomorrow if you want. It was so alive. Nothing like this graveyard. Truth is, both of us were born into a world that was already dead.
Isn't what makes our world alive the bonds we build? By spreading whatever good we got left and holding on to each other? Sure, maybe there weren't walking dead in the old world, but I'm certain there were vastly different and far more deadly threats lurking around.
You've got a point. You don't need an entire city or a crowd of friends to feel whole. Just one good person is enough. Learned that lesson pretty recently myself.
Then I'm glad you found me and brought me into your home. And I'm glad I came here and found you. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done.
I guess the universe really does work in ways we'll never truly understand.
Right now, in this safe haven, sitting beside you, I should be feeling peaceful. But I don't know why. I just want to burst into tears. My head.
Ember, are you all right?
Amber closed her eyes and began to speak. It was as if she were talking to herself rather than to Gabriel.
It's coming back to me. I remember my dad. We're in a house, eating some food together. The dim light of the flashlight, darkness, getting ready to sleep. A walker crashes through the window, bites my dad. We run. I trip and fall in the dark, blood running down my face. I'm crying as I run. Walkers are chasing us. There are so many of them. We hit an iron fence. My dad lifts me up and throws me over to the other side. Then, they're eating my dad alive. Oh my God! While they're tearing into him, he screams, "Run, Ember, run!" I run, so I don't see it. I'm screaming, so I don't have to hear. Moonlight hitting the wall. I run toward the wall. I can't breathe. Everything's going black. Darkness takes over. Gabriel, I think I lost my dad.
The tears trapped in Ember's heart were overflowing from her eyes. She was weeping hysterically, unable to bear the agony she felt. Gabriel froze, unsure how to help. He stood up and gently placed his hand on Ember's shoulder, carrying a piece of her grief, just trying to ground her. Ember placed her hand over his. They stayed like that in the silence for a long time until Ember ran out of strength, her sobs finally fading to quiet gasps.
Let's get you inside, Ember. You need rest. A little sleep will do you some good.
All right, Gabriel.
Take my room. Whenever I was having a rough time, I'd fall asleep watching the moonlight stream through my window. I hope it eases your pain, even just a little.
Thanks, Gabriel.
You took that sleeping pill, right?
Yes, I don't think I'd be able to sleep tonight any other way.
I'm so sorry about what happened, Ember. I wish things had been different.
I wish I had never remembered it all. Good night, Gabriel.
Good night, Ember.
Gabriel's mind was in a mess. He was experiencing yet another first in his life. For the very first time, he was interacting with a girl, and he felt utterly out of his depth. Around Ember, he felt so powerless, clueless on what to say or do. He felt deeply grieved by what she had gone through, and seeing the Ember in pain only amplified his own sorrow. Feelings he had never experienced before were consuming his heart, and he felt ashamed of himself for not even knowing the names of these emotions. Helping Ember was his way of paying back a fraction of what Gale did for him. That was why he had taken her in, cleaned her wounds, and cared for her. But how do you comfort someone who just lost their father? Ember was carrying the heaviest kind of grief, and now she was sleeping in Gabriel's room. Realizing just how complex human relationships were, and that he might never fully understand them, Gabriel decided to go with the flow. He would stand by Ember as best he could and keep taking care of her. As his mind drifted back to his own dad, Gabriel swore he had died before letting their story end like Ember's. He closed his eyes and let sleep take over.
So many years, too many tears on your pillow, on your pillow. Out of the darkness, closer. It all seems so harmless. A silver light. Don't you wait until the morning light, the morning light. Far away until you're out of sight, you're out of sight. Cause you gotta let go while you can. Don't look back, don't forget. You gotta let go while you can. Don't look back, don't forget. You gotta let go while you can. Don't you wait until the morning light, the morning light. Far away until you're out of sight, you're out of sight. Cause you gotta let go while you can. Gotta let go while you can. Don't look back, don't forget. You gotta let go while you can. Don't look back, don't forget. You gotta let go while you can. Don't look back, don't forget. You gotta let go while you can. Don't look back, don't forget. You gotta let go while you can.
Thank you for everything, Gabriel. I honestly don't know how I would have gotten through these times or what I would have done without you.
Seeing you get better makes me happy too, Ember.
You really feel like you're from another world, Gabriel.
I feel lucky myself that our paths crossed.
You became a beacon of hope for me in the dark. You reminded me that there's still good in this miserable world, something worth living for. I'm starting to feel things I forgot I even had in me. I was trying to survive for so long that I lost who I was. You gave the old Ember back to me. This place is such a paradise, and you are so good to me. It's impossible for me not to feel something for you, Gabriel.
I have feelings for you too, Ember. I can't put a name to these feelings, but I know they're beautiful. I care about you, and I want you to be happy.
Gabriel, I think I'm falling in love with you.
Don't you dare touch me!
Gabriel, what's going on?
I lost my dad, huh? Do you really think you're that good of an actress?
Gabriel, why are you talking like this? Did I do something wrong?
No one has ever found this place until now, yet you just magically pop up at my gate? Just as I lose my father, you suddenly lose yours too. It's been 2 days. How the hell did you move on so quick? I've been trying to survive for so long, huh? Wasn't your dad with you while you were trying to survive? And suddenly, you're just all alone out of nowhere. Or did the general send you? Tell me right now who sent you here.
Gabriel, you're scaring me.
Cut the crying and drop the act. I'm counting to 3, and the next bullet goes straight through your head.
Gabriel, have you lost your mind? What happened to you all of a sudden?
1,
Gabriel, stop! You're hurting me!
2,
Gabriel, I love you!
3!
Wait! Okay, I'll tell you everything. An organization sent me here. an organization that your father is a part of.
What organization?
The World's Health Organization.
What's your mission?
To protect the wall at all costs, and to keep you here. My orders were to build an emotional bond with you.
You sick bastards. What the hell makes this wallet so damn important?
I don't know either. Look, the organization is top secret. It's completely compartmentalized. Everyone in the organization performs only the tasks assigned to them and knows only that much. Except for the ones at the top, no one gets to see the whole picture. The rest of us at the bottom are just holding a single piece of the puzzle. They've been training me for this mission ever since I was a child. I was trained to seduce men, to make them fall for me and bind them to myself. I know I lied to you, but I was honest about my feelings for you, Gabriel. I've been in training for so long. But when I saw what kind of person you really are, I lost control. I fell in love with you.
Save your damn lies. What the hell is my father doing in an organization like this? What's his rank? What's his mission?
I swear, I don't know. I only know what I've told you. The only other thing I know is that the wall is more important than our lives combined. What's in here, what they're hiding, I really don't know. But to the organization, the wall is everything.
What could be so damn important here that it's worth more than human lives? What was my dad hiding here all this time?
I really, truly don't know. I don't know who your dad is. I don't even know his name. All they handed me were the coordinates to this location. And a photo of you.
You disgusting creatures. Get the hell out of here. I never want to see your face again. In fact, if I ever catch sight of you again, I might just lose control and put a bullet in you.
Gabriel, please. I want to be with you. Just let me stay, please.
Get the hell out, Ember, right now. I hate you, and I hate your organization. Open your damn eyes. You're working for monsters who mess with people's lives and play with their feelings like toys. I hope one day you wake up. Cut the fake tears. My feelings were real, bullshit. I could never trust a single word that comes out of your mouth again. You are dead to me, Ember.
You're killing me with these words, Gabriel. Fine, I'll leave. But only so I don't have to hear any more of this. I am so sorry for what I've done. I hope one day you can forgive me and realize that my feelings for you were real, Gabriel.
I hope I never see your face again, Ember.
Deep down, Gabriel had doubted Amber right from the start. Yet he still couldn't resist her charm and ended up falling for her anyway. Amber's golden hair, pale angelic skin, her sweet smile had reached a part of his heart he didn't know existed. His first romantic relationship was built on a huge lie and was over before it even began. What business did his dad have with an organization like this? Why had his father chosen to live apart from the organization? What on earth made the wall so special? Could his father have developed and stockpiled a vaccine for the Knox virus right here? Was that why he didn't turn after getting bit by a walker? Because his dad had already shot him with a cure? Is that where his immunity came from? Shaking off the avalanche of thoughts threatening to drive him crazy, Gabriel decided to search the entire base. The answers were in the wall. They had to be. Gabriel tore the wall apart, scouring every inch but found nothing. Completely spent, he collapsed into the chair at his father's computer, flipping back through his dad's notes to clear his mind. His eyes drifted to the 2 encrypted disks he had tried and failed to unlock before. He attempted to open them once more, trying every possible password he could think of, even typing in random guesses, but the disks remained locked. Hopelessness set in heavy. Part of him was still reeling from what went down with Amber, but the rest of him just wanted to find a lead on his dad and move out. He didn't want to spend another hour in the wall. Father's organization could take the wall and burn it to the ground. What if those bastards blackmailed his dad? What if they forced him out into the open or gave him an assignment just like they did with Amber? Gabriel had to pull his father out of the general's hand before it was too late. Just as Gabriel's eyes began to heavy and close where he sat, his father's voice suddenly echoed in his head.
If you want to hide something, Gabriel, put it right where everyone can see it.
He tried to recall the exact moment he first found this room and the map. His father's map had been sitting right next to the computer, separated from the rest of the maps on the desk, right beside the disks. A blinding bolt of clarity shot through Gabriel's mind, making his heart hammer in his chest. Gabriel had always assumed his father wrote the coordinates on the map first, and then marked the hospital based on them. But how could his father have written those coordinates underneath the hospital building without already knowing they pointed there? Those coordinates had to mean something else. Right then, another shockwave hit Gabriel's brain, sending his breathing into overdrive. The coordinates were made of 2 parts, and he had 2 encrypted disks sitting right in front of him. He shoved the first disk into the drive and entered the first set of coordinates into the password box. As the drive unlocked, Gabriel's breath caught in his throat.
General and Security of the Wall. Author, Anton Lecter. We suspect there is a mole working for the General inside our organization. Setup to catch the rat is ready, but leaks might have already happened. Furthermore, we suspect the General could gain access to satellites very soon. If he takes control of the satellites, he will easily pinpoint the wall's location. The net is closing in fast. The wall cannot be exposed. It is far too early. We need to stop or eliminate the General. Infiltration attempts on his base failed. Lost contact with all agents. That's how we know for damn sure we have a snitch inside. The only thing we managed to confirm is that his base is out in Echo Creek. Coordinates 451267, north 375423 west. The General hasn't been idle all these years. Unfortunately, we lack the firepower and manpower to destroy the compound. From what we can analyze via satellite imagery, the General possesses immense firepower, and we cannot risk a direct assault without intel. The General cannot get his hands on the wall. We must deploy all available resources to neutralize him.
Gabriel was so thrilled, he nearly leaped out of his seat. He finally had a solid lead on his father. Better yet, he had the coordinates to the military outpost where they might be holding him. So the General had a mole inside the organization after all. This whole mess was turning into a goddamn spider web. Gabriel immediately inserted the second disk and typed the second part of the coordinates into the password box.
General and Security of the Wall. Author, Duncan Watson. I am setting out tonight. I will try to gather intelligence on the General. Even if he captures me, it won't be a problem. It will buy us time. You absolutely must find the mole inside the organization. If the General takes me in, he'll haul me back to his base and force me to work on the vaccine. If that happens, we'll buy even more time, and I'll try to relay intel from inside the base. My only fear is that Gabriel might head outside to search for me. Firefly needs to move out immediately and get here. If I know my son is safe, I can focus on my mission. Once you find the spy, try inserting operatives into the General's compound again. Stay calm and stick to our plans. Firefly must protect the wall no matter what it takes. Don't worry about me. I've accounted for every scenario, except Gabriel. We're going to put an end to the General soon.
Gabriel's relief vanished right down his throat. His father didn't look forced by the organization at all. It seemed like he walked out of the wall on his own terms and turned himself over to the General. The Firefly was most likely Amber. In fact, it was his own father who had ordered Amber to come here. That meant his father held a high rank within the organization. A piercing headache slammed into Gabriel as the reality hit him. Who was his father really? What was he doing in an organization like this? Once Gabriel calmed down, he began to think more clearly. He realized he'd painted this organization as pure evil, mainly because of how badly Amber had burned him. Judging by its name alone, the World's Health Organization couldn't be all bad. Knowing his dad was a doctor, Gabriel figured this group was probably put together by former medics. As much as what they were trying to do with Amber made him sick to his stomach, the truth was that his father and Amber's goal was to keep Gabriel here and protect him and Wall from the dangers outside. Realizing he had been thinking with his broken heart, Gabriel pulled himself together and knew he had to act with logic. He knew his father would never be part of an evil organization. A ruthless world called the Ruthless Tactics, and Amber was just one of them. Still, he had done the right thing by sending her away from the base. After all those lies, it was impossible for Gabriel to ever trust Amber again. From now on, Gabriel was strictly on his own, with only Gale by his side until the end of the road. With a mind as clear as crystal, Gabriel knew exactly what he had to do. He had to sneak back to Gale's house and, together with him, rescue his father from the General's hand. Exhausted as he was, Gabriel had never felt this strong in his entire life.
Hold on, Dad. We're coming for you.